Happening today, jury selection begins for a woman accused of murdering her husband more than 3 years ago.
Brenda McCutcheon was indicted for shooting her husband, Dr. Buddy McCutcheon, in 2017. News 13's Taylor Stewart joins us live from the Buncombe County Courthouse.
Yeah, good morning. Today, jurors will stand before the prosecution and the defense. They'll whittle that jury pool down to just 12 jurors fit to make a decision in such a tragic case. It was the night of July 16, 2016, when Brenda McCutcheon made that chilling 911 call. She told dispatchers her husband, Dr. Buddy McCutcheon, was dead on the couch. Investigators found the plastic surgeon dead with a gunshot wound to the head. In 3.5 years since, Brenda has maintained her innocence, even in the wake of her indictment in the fall of 2017. Now, as this case unfolds, News 13 spoke with Buddy McCutcheon's younger brother, John, who says he's anxious to learn the truth.
Think about it a lot. My whole family, of course, thinks about it a lot. It is emotional, obviously, and we just want to know what happened.
John, family, and friends of the McCutcheons move one step closer today to learning the truth as this trial moves forward. Yesterday, the judge filed a few pre-trial motions. He also ruled to ban cameras in the courtroom. Even still, we'll be in there to give you the very latest. In our next half hour, we'll give you the details leading up to this point. But for now, we're live in Asheville. Taylor Stewart, News 13.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jay Siltzer. This is your morning cup of Jay. A New York teenager wants to change the day of the Super Bowl. 16-year-old Frankie Ruggieri has a legitimate reason. Who wants to get up on Monday morning after such a late night watching the big game? Frankie says Saturday would be better, then people could sleep in on Sunday. He started a Change.org petition to get others behind the idea, starting with next year's game.
He was persistent. He was very persistent, and he really believed it was a good cause. So I said, Frank, go for it. You do what you got to do.
For like Super Bowl to be on Saturday because of schools are not open on the next day. There's school in the next morning or work. Might as well put it Saturday.
Similar efforts in the past have been unsuccessful, largely because the NFL believes TV ratings and revenue will be stronger by keeping the big game on Sundays.
A busy morning for city water crews. Several water main breaks around town have resulted in boil water notices for many neighborhoods. News 13's Ryan Coulter is live at one of those breaks on Louisiana Avenue on the west side of town. And Ryan, what are city crews telling you is the cause for all of this?
Well, yeah, you know, Holly, nothing too out of the ordinary. The city does tell us that some of these lines have been routine maintenance work. Others have been contractors who have hit the line. As for the one here on Louisiana Avenue back behind me, this one was actually caused because of those cold temperatures that we saw in the overnight hours last night. Actually caused those pipes to freeze and then break. We talked to one area resident who told us he woke up this morning with no water.
Being 17 degrees last night, but it didn't freeze the night before. It does surprise me, but my pipes have never froze, so I'm thinking, you know, it had to get really cold for it to freeze.
Residents in the area of Louisiana Avenue between Hazel Mill Road and Emma Road are under a boil water advisory. Other areas under a boil water advisory include West Walnut Street, that's between Lexington and Haywood, Long Shoals Road between Clayton and Arley, Old Charlotte Highway from June Sales Road to Old East Haywood Village Boulevard. Anyone in these areas should boil their water for at least 1 minute. The city tells us usually these boil water advisories only last 24 hours once they are fixed. However, they say that residents can be notified as to when those boil water advisories are listed. That's through the city's notification system. Live in Asheville, Ryan Coulter, News 13.
The family is being forced to rebuild from the ground up after their home was destroyed in a fire on Sunday.
News 13's Rosie Woods met with the family today in Rutherford County, and she brings us the story.
Fire officials say that the cause is still undetermined, but just take a look right here behind me. You can see this family is now left without a place to live and without any of their belongings.
So I would have never imagined something like this would happen.
The Henson family was enjoying a normal Sunday afternoon when out of nowhere, their father smelled burnt plastic. After looking around his home, Samuel Henson realized part of the exterior was on fire. He quickly ran to his son's room, rushed him out of the house while smoke took over the interior. His wife and daughter were also able to escape, crawling on their knees to avoid the smoke and flames. The family's 3 cats and bearded dragon unfortunately did not make it out.
It was absolutely terrifying, and the biggest thing is I'm just so thankful my daughter, acted the way she did. I mean, I can't. I didn't even think like that. I was petrified, freaking out, trying to figure out something to do, and she kept a calm head on her. I mean, it's just 10 years old, and I couldn't do that.
And as you can see, this family really has lost everything. One of their neighbors is actually holding a fundraiser for them that will be taking place this Saturday. You can find all the details for that on our website, WLOS.com. But for now, in Rutherford County, Rosie Woods, News 13.